What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again, back with the bang of the day, guys. I'm a little under the weather, so forgive me for my voice, but I wanted to talk about the Nike and BAPE lawsuit that was recently settled, and the news came out yesterday. Nike and BAPE for quite some time have been through legal issues regarding the Air Force One. I feel like this happened like 10, maybe 20 years ago already, and then it came back again, and they recently now just settled the lawsuit that will have some pretty big changes happening with the line. And I initially saw this by Brendan Dunn and No Jumper breaking Nike settled lawsuit with BAPE. The Japanese brand has agreed to stop selling certain models and modify others. Statement from Nike attached. So the Bape Sta itself will have some modifications, and a lot of the models that we once known are now no longer. So I'm wondering how much the value on all of that is gonna happen. Nike and USAPE have resolved the lawsuit related to Nike Air Jordan 1, the Air Jordan 1, the Air Force One, and the Dunk trade dress, and USAPE's Bape Sta, Court Sta, and Skate Sta footwear products. The lawsuit has been resolved through an amicable resolution. As a part of the resolution, USAPE has agreed to discontinue the Bape Sta Mid, the Court Sta, and the Court Sta High footwear products, and has further agreed to modify the design of the Bape Sta and the Skate Sta footwear products. So just from what I at least remember, right? And we're just gonna take a little quick look. Bape Sta 2000. Not even that. Let's just go to StockX, because StockX is gonna have a ton of them. But the Bape Sta at one point looked like an Air Force One, like this, right? And something happened with a lawsuit where they changed it to this. You see that little cup on the back right there? They just did some little switches there. But then recently, they kind of went back to getting back to that Air Force One look, like real close to the Air Force One. So there was like a change somewhere along the line where they started, they reverted to a newer look because of the Nike thing, and then they went back at it again. Like, I don't know, but that's where a lot of this started popping off at once they saw that picking up. And this is the actual paper of what was done with that dress code or the trademark infringement that happened in a couple of months. Like last year, we talked about this on this channel, and this is what they were, showing the infringement on that, this. So they pretty much got all these knocked off the goddamn table except for the Bape Sta. And maybe that was the deal. These are definitely some big time models for BAPE, but the Bape Sta is the Dundada. And I know that BAPE probably did not want to get rid of that, and they maybe was able to work out something that allowed them to just modify it slightly. We've seen that happen with John Geiger, who was able to modify his Geiger 1 and was able to continue on with the Geiger 1s because he had the same situation also occur with him and Nike. The beef between Nike and BAPE is over. Legally speaking, the two sides came to a settlement agreement on Monday to conclude a legal battle that lasted over a little over a year. Nike having filed a lawsuit regarding trademark infringements in January 2023. However, sneakers has no Nike and BAPE have been butting heads for decades. So BAPE must modify the Bape Sta and the Skate Sta. So I guess they were able to keep these as well. So these must be modified. These are the ones that are now gone. The Court Sta, the Court Sta High, which are pretty much they're the Dunk High, the Dunk Low, and then you got the Air Force One Mid right here. Air Force One Mid, Dunk Low, Dunk High. This is like their SB Dunk, basically. Regular Dunk. You don't need to know. So yeah, the Bape Sta alone has been a constant source of conflict since it hit the shelf in the early 2000s. Essentially a one-on-one make of the Air Force One, but with the star logo in place of a swoosh. It's undergone some changes to make it more unique since then, but it's always been and always will be a riff of Bruce Kilgore's 1982 born silhouette. So this was some brand new news that recently popped up. We're gonna have to wait and see. I'm curious though, we just talked about it, how much these Bape Stas, or not even the Bape Stas, but like which ones were having me gone now? Bape Sta Mid. I'm curious how much these are going to be going for now. $250. I might need to grab me one. This is a collectible. We're never gonna see this type of shoe again. I mean, I know some of y'all may be like, man, this shit is trash. I mean, they aren't the best looking shoes, but it is a monumental moment that somebody like Bape, who have been making these shoes since the early 2000s, are no longer going to be able to make them. But this was something I wanted this to, you know, kind of in a way close out, because we did talk about this on this channel. Also, guys, just forgive me for being inconsistent on the channel. I'm definitely going to try to get out some more content. It's just in my best nature to be consistent on here. So forgive me, but we will at one day be on this channel as consistent as on Tony D2 Wild, because there's so much to talk about. Even start talking about music and talk about much more, but we'll get to it at a later date as we build our way up. I hate to make promises, but that is something that I do want to achieve. So I love y'all, appreciate y'all. I'm out. Let me go get better, and hopefully I can come back tomorrow or before the end of the week. If not, next week I want to be charged up. So I love y'all. Peace.